Hi, I'm Gary Kim, and I'm here today with Christian Michaud, who's with Tata Communications and has been with Tata since 2001.
Yeah, something
Does that
like
recall?
that.
Okay. So today we have to talk about hard things because Christian's in wholesale, and this is not an easy business. So you talk a lot and think a lot about innovation. What does that mean?
Right, maybe just a word on wholesale, right, before we start on innovation. I think wholesale is still a great business to be in because the business has evolved a lot in the recent year. You know, we came from just offering basic services to end-to-end services, and now we're really in the core of the retail service provider services. We can provide through innovation new services, new capability to the retail service provider that has a lot of interest. Now, if I go to your question, Gary, on innovation, I think innovation for me, it's like a mindset. You know, it's a culture that brings people and process together, that brings the capability to bring to market new services, new capability very quickly. You know, the market has changed so much with the OTT, the next gen, the all types of players coming in the telecom. We have to be very innovative to stay in the market.
Give me one example of an innovation that Tata has looked at or that you would recommend other people take advantage of.
It's a good question, but let me start with another example just to illustrate what I'm going to say. Because if you look at other industry, what they did, right? Innovation can be commercial, can be technical. So let's look at what the tire company Michelin, the French manufacturer, did a few years back, right? They changed from selling tires to selling kilometers or miles, right? And they're managing the fleet. Similarly, Rolls-Royce with their engine for aircraft, they changed it from selling engine to selling landings. Though very similarly in Tata Communication, when we look at the market, we said we have great capability, we have great tools. So a few years back, we started to put strategic sourcing out with our voice business app suites, where basically we offer capability to the carriers to manage their own business, to launch new services. And a few examples of that are the BT deal we did 5-6 years back, the UPC deal we did 2 or 3 years back, where they use our capability to offer new services, new fraud monitoring services, for example, to the market.
The examples you're talking about are sort of different. In other words, Rolls-Royce doesn't sell you an engine. You use my engine.
That's it.
Sell you the service,
right.
4 hours of flight, 5 hours of flight, and I make my money based on you using my engine
exactly.
4 to 5 hours. Is there another example in telecom that
well, okay, so maybe I go back to my example on the tools, the voice business app. Basically, it's when you use our apps, right? It's how you use our apps that defines the revenue we're going to make. It's not only the minute anymore. It's not only the megabytes that you use on our network. It's the capability that you use. So it's very similar to that engine model that we change in the market.
So how about the company culture? How do you adjust a culture to do this?
Yeah, culture is very important. You need to really embrace it. You need to embrace failure, because failure is part of the creation process. So you need to make sure that people have the right processes, the right tools to be able to be comfortable to fail and to bring new innovation to the table. So it's a very interactive process that you need to put in place.
Okay, the last question would be the retail impact of what wholesalers are doing. It's a very interesting idea. Give me an example of that.
Well, retail service provider, let me illustrate. For example, we have a platform which brings capability, rich communication service capability to the market. Basically, the customer the retail service provider can build his own OTT capability based on our network, based on our capability to deliver services such as voice, video, messaging, conferencing. So he doesn't have to build or just rely on a vendor that sells him a piece of equipment. We bring the service with the capability to terminate the call, to originate, to bring the IP transit. So it's a bundle of services, which is very innovative in the wholesale market today.
And turnkey.
And turnkey and complete for everybody.
Great. Thank you, Christian.
Right. Thank you.
And thanks for watching.